Welcome to another video episode on my robotic arm with robotic wrist and pneumatic hand. Controlled via robo interface right here. Pneumatic engine, actually compression chamber and pneumatic engine by my own design. Arm pivot to turn it around its base. Lower gearbox for the arm pitch, and the pitch is this movement. Then a roll mechanism to make this movement, a pitch mechanism which makes this movement, and the motor for the pitch is on this side. Newly constructed, and a kind of extension to the pitch right here to lift the arm, to lift the hand actually, because it turns out that if it is not lifted, it is not practical to do the yaw movement. And there are a few things that need some attention. A little incident showed in the meantime that this motor, which is the wrong type because it's way too fast, should be here. So in order to accomplish that, I want to do the same thing as right here, which means that I need to make this construction. Motor here, axle here, and then it should run. Whether that's going to work is another question, but it should. And while I don't have the desired model of the motor, I can still test it. But right now in Python I have the possibility to set speed, and even speed 1 is way too fast. So I thought maybe I can use speed half or speed for a quarter, being 0 to 5. I don't know yet, I haven't tried, but there's another thing as well. This needs reinforcement because everything is pressing down by gravity. And here I see that for example here, there's a gap here and here, not here and here, so this needs to be lifted. It needs to be supported from here on both sides. Another thing that I need to do, which has to do with the with an incident, I have to put this faster. Well, I have not faster. I have to put this on this one on the other side of the switch. And for some reason the arm gets moved that way, and consequence of moving the other way was that it toppled. So that needs to be done, and by moving this motor here, not sideways but in the length, you restore balance again. So that is what needs to be done. So what should I do? First of all, turn the arm around so that it can be touched by the so that the pivot can be changed. And then I need to do this. After that I'm going to look at the motor, if it works out. So let's go and change things. So first I have to use extension motor 2 to move this way. So on the computer I open the interface, and if that will work out, Yes, now it does. Select interface. And it doesn't do a thing, which is worrying. We check that is this wire, which goes here, and it is extension motor 2, which is in the diagnostics, the slave motor 2. Okay, that works. Now it works. Careful. Okay, how is it located? And I have to be careful with this, so okay. Now it is on the right side, on the correct side, and this should work considering the fact that I moved the arm a little bit this way on the pivot. And let's check if that works out. Moving the arm the other way. No, the other way. Okay, stop. Pivot. Move it. And that's it. That works. So that's one thing to be done. And this motor is a 125/1 ratio, so this works nice and slow. Right, reconstruction, or more appropriately, not reconstruction, but reinforcement, right here. And I intend to move this one a little bit to the side so I can put something in. The question is, what should I put in? And I do have an idea. So reinforcement can be pretty simple. What I do is put this little piece in here. First, carefully taking this out, put this one in, putting it back, sliding in, and then a little bit further. Then this one comes in here. And this is the necessary support. So that is pretty easy. Now, of course, for the other side as well. And that is a little bit problematic because there is a wire attached to it. So I have to slide it sideways. Put it in. And put it back in. And if you want to keep things quick, things go wrong. Two parts at the same time don't work. And using the exact same method does work. Cable back in place, and it works. So now, if we look at it, the white gap has disappeared. it's now fully supported here. That's good. Up next, a motor to be put sideways. That is going to be some kind of a challenge. But first I want to see if putting the speed of the motor to a half or a quarter indeed does it have effect, or that it needs an integer, a full digit, being 1, 2, 3, or that it can be a partial. Very curious about that one. Let's test. So in this case, where am I? Well, last time I added, still commented out because it's not there physically, second robo interface, 5-axis for the serial number, because I don't know its serial number yet, and only then I can control it. And this is what I'm talking about, speed. This is interface or motor 1 on the second interface. Can't use that yet. So what I need to do for now is the yaw motor, which is then, this is wrist pivot, and this is the yaw motor then, wrist pivot. It's motor 8 that I need to change. So what I am going to do is just see if this one works out. I will change this one to half. If there's an error, it will just stop this. No problem. Oh, and to be sure, oops, that's not going right. I need to be right here, because I have another trigger, and that is this one, which goes 0. Okay. And this one goes, this motor 8 which stops, and this is, well, right. Let's do this. So let's see if this one works. Oh, and the best thing to do is do a full release of this, of the hand. And luckily it slips a bit, so no harm done in this case. Let's run it. Yeah, that's fine. This will take a while, because it needs to go to the pivot switch, which reaches, goes, and goes too far. So this was a manual intervention. And what happens? There's a problem here. Direct. I need to go to trivial direct, to the trivial function. For direction and duration direction, direction doesn't know half. That is my problem. But wait, if port duration direction, oh wait a second, it isn't speed and I considered it speed. This is direction. How do I set it to speed? Motor 8 2 seconds right. Yes, that's my mistake. So no speed here. Here I go on speed. So here I have to set it then to not a whole number, but to, let's say, 2.5. Let's see this. Go. Okay, integer expected instead of float. Right here. Which says enough. I can't exercise my or execute my plan. Very simple. This does mean that I can't let it go slower than the minimum speed as indicated in here, because this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Half or a quarter is impossible. Unfortunately, but the test fails. Is it a failed experiment? No, because this is what I wanted to know. How to go on? Well, just a modification, physical modification now. So for the reconstruction, which means that this motor is going to be put in the length instead of in the width, I have made a replacement motor for now, and this, by a lack of a similar piece, just a connection like here. This one has a gear, the other hasn't. This is the shortest axle that fits in here. So that would work, although if I put it here, I can't just put it anywhere, because I need to fit on this axle by means of this one, a 90-degree angle. Will this fit? Well, of course I can do it like this. Tighten it. And then what? The same kind of the same kind of piece has to go on here. So even if I shift it down here, it will be on the end of the axle, which is now here, and then I can't place the motor, because the motor, I'm not going to remove this part, because it is part of the strings to keep this together, and then I will have a problem. So, as nice as ideas may seem, they may not be executable in terms of space. So, what I can test, of course, is moving this one right here. Easy to do. Will this fit? Answer right now is a maybe. I may even have to replace this axle for a longer one. But then, how long will it be? The problem with this is the same as the problem here. This is flexible because it is not metal, and no matter what plastic it is flexible. So will it slip? And the only way I can tell is by doing it. So let me remove this one and put the other one on, and let's see. So, with the motor removed and this counterpiece well, on the axle, how to proceed? With the motor here, and it has to be here because of this part of reinforcement as I showed earlier, I do have a problem. Because this axle has this width, this length, and the axle cannot be supported here. Well, actually it can, but if you look at this, that will be, and I will put the motor now here, it will be next to impossible, because the axle has to be supported in this way, making it next to impossible to put this on. Same situation here. Yes, I do have an axle here, and then I can put something right here. Similar construction, but it's not quite a favorite idea. Because I would exceed this construction here. Okay, I can shift this one right there. Longer axle here. Motor here. Will that work out? Well, the advantage of this gear is it doesn't matter actually how it is put. So I can also put it here. So if I have a longer axle, I can move it up here, fix it, have it supported here, there is space, move the motor here, so it has no problem working that way. Moving it, holding it in the axle in some way. That would be a nice idea. Executable, I don't know, but the idea is there. Do I have an axle that is long enough? That's another question, and I will have to look for it, because this is already pretty long. Let me have a look. So, I have put a support here, as you can see, reaches outside the structure. Then this axle is by far not long enough, so I would have to use this metal axle. That would reach. It's the same length as this one, where the arm pivots in the pitch. I would have to, of course, put this all on this stuff, and the motor would have to be somewhere like, too many metal stuff on it. It's magnetic, so this would be somewhere like this. It would be a very nice idea if this could work out. Putting some elements here, reinforcement, angle pieces, and that will be it, I think. But first let me replace all this. And this will be difficult as it is. Tight fit. How will this fit? I've done it before, a long time ago. There it goes. It slides over quite okay, I think. So there you go. Oh, I forget, of course, this one. It has to be on it. Needs to be on it. And then it has to be adjusted. So this more to the middle. Clamps on it so it can't go like this. And then this somehow here. That would be the nicest solution. I still have some clamps here, I think. Yep, need at least one. All kinds of stuff there, but anyway, that's the idea. And that is where I can go on next time. Putting the motor right here in an angle, so I can use it like that. Much better balance wise. And let me put it just like here. Great idea. Now if it works and doesn't slip like this one, because this is just because this is way too heavy, and that is all where it what it is about. So lifting the hand so the yaw can be better. Program wise, would it help? Who knows? We'll see. And that is it for now. Some reconstruction, like here, although this should be, yeah, this should be fine-tuned on the other side as well. Another reconstruction here going on, and other stuff to be checked after that. and I didn't even pay attention to this part, which also needs to be done, because now I have to move the switch by hand. I have to push it, and that should not be done. It should be automatic. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion, very much appreciated. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please donate to keep videos coming to you, to support my blog. And you can also become a patron and have your name mentioned on my website, and depending on the pledge you make, also with my videos. All information can be found under this video, so check it out. And obviously going to be continued. Have a nice day, and bye bye.